I saw her the night the skies burned. The meteor shower had rattled the horizon, streaks of fire carving scars across the black canvas of space. The villagers thought it was a bad omen, the kind that meant crops would wither or that storms would rise from the sea. But I didn't believe in omens. I believed in survival. So when I found her, collapsed in the reeds by the river, her body trembling, her chest heaving as though each breath was a battle, I thought she was another survivor. But she wasn't like anyone I'd ever seen. Her skin shimmered a deep, vibrant blue, like sapphires catching moonlight. Her hair spilled across the ground in a silver wave, glowing faintly as though it carried the memory of starlight. She wasn't human. Not even close. And she was weeping. Her tears weren't like ours. They glowed faintly as they slid down her cheeks, vanishing into steam before they ever touched the ground. I should have been afraid. Instead, I was transfixed. "Are you hurt?" I asked. My voice cracked in the silence. Her eyes snapped open, brilliant, liquid violet, and for a moment she looked at me with such raw pain that it pierced through my chest. Then she spoke, her voice musical and broken. "They are gone," she whispered. "All of them. My people, my family, my world." Her words shuddered through the air, trembling on a frequency that made the reeds bend and the river ripple. I realized then, she wasn't a woman who had simply fallen from the stars. She was a refugee, a survivor of something far greater than a meteor storm. I knelt beside her. "You're safe now," I said, though the words felt small, fragile. How could I promise safety when I didn't even know what hunted her? She clutched at my arm, her fingers long and slender, tipped with faintly glowing nails. "Do not say safe," she hissed. "There is no safety. They will come. They always come." I swallowed. "Who?" Her gaze drifted skyward, toward the burning trails still fading across the heavens. "The Devourers. They burn worlds. They took mine. And I ran." The weight of her confession hit me like stone. She wasn't just distraught. She was broken. The last echo of an entire civilization. For days, I hid her in my home. She barely ate. She barely slept. At night, I'd hear her whispering names into the dark, names I didn't recognize, names she said as though each one was a wound she was reopening. Sometimes she sang. A low, mournful hum that vibrated against the walls and made the stars outside feel closer, hungrier. "Why me?" she asked one night, her voice trembling. "Why was I spared when all the others? She broke into sobs then, her silver hair falling over her face like a curtain. I didn't have an answer. All I could do was sit beside her, let her head rest against my shoulder, and listen to her tears hissing softly as they turned to mist. But the world is never kind for long. One evening, as the sun bled across the horizon, we heard it, the low hum of engines cutting through the clouds. She froze, her eyes wide, her entire body rigid with terror. "They found me," she whispered. The sky split with light. Ships, sleek and black, descended like vultures. My heart pounded. I grabbed her hand. "Run." We fled into the forest, her hair leaving streaks of silver in the fading light. My lungs burned, but I didn't let go of her. Not once. Behind us, the ships tore through the trees, their engines howling. And above the chaos, I heard her voice, not broken this time, not weak, but sharp, filled with something like fury. "I will not lose everything again," she cried, and suddenly the air around her pulsed with energy. Her silver hair lifted as though caught in an invisible wind. Her blue skin glowed brighter, her body trembling with unleashed power. And in a single gesture, her hand raised to the sky, she released it. Light exploded. Not fire, not electricity, something purer, deeper, like the raw essence of stars themselves. The ships convulsed mid-air, metal shrieking as they crumpled and fell. I shielded my eyes. When the light faded, silence returned. The forest smoked, charred where the ships had fallen. She collapsed beside me, trembling, her glow dimming. I caught her in my arms. "You saved us," I whispered. "No." Her eyes fluttered weakly. "Not us. Just you." Her words cut me deeper than any blade. "You think your life doesn't matter?" I demanded. "You think you're just some broken survivor? Look around you. Your power destroyed what an army couldn't. You're more than your grief. You're more than your pain. You are hope. She stared at me then, her violet eyes wet with tears. Hope, she echoed softly, as though it was a word she'd forgotten. I brushed the silver strands from her face. Yes, hope. And I'll protect it. I'll protect you. Her lips trembled. For the first time, she smiled, small, fragile, but real. And under the dying glow of a ruined sky, with the ashes of her hunters still falling around us, I made a promise to her and to myself. She would not weep alone again. Her world might have been destroyed, but together we would build a new one.